Imagine this: Deadpool surfaces not just as a guest star, but as the spark that ignites Avengers Doomsday in a move only Ryan Reynolds could pull off. He hints at a second game-changing cast reveal that could redefine who stands with the Avengers, and what the Doomsday Saga becomes. Are we about to meet Wolverine again? A brand new lineup? Or a shocking twist that flips the entire MCU? Stick around as we dissect the cryptic hints, weigh the stakes, and map out how Deadpool's return could steer Doomsday towards Secret Wars and beyond. What's up, heroes? Welcome back to Superhero Bowl, the channel that breaks down Marvel news with clarity, energy, and a little fan-made swagger. If you crave sharp analysis on casting, crossovers, and the MCU's next moves, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and drop your hot take on how Deadpool could reshuffle Avengers Doomsday. Now, let's dive in. Deadpool's orbit and Doomsday context. Deadpool has always thrived on breaking the fourth wall and bending franchise norms. If he's truly entering Avengers Doomsday, it signals a tonal shakeup. Humor meets high stakes, with the merc with a mouth threading through grave danger. We'll situate his return within the Doomsday framework. Ensemble dynamics, the potential for humor to coexist with epic stakes, and how Deadpool's vibe could influence pacing, tone, and audience mise-en-scène. What Reynolds teased and what it could mean. Recent social posts and teases show Deadpool cross-pollinating with the Avengers logo, and familiar Anarchy A motifs. These hints aren't random. They map to a strategy where Deadpool isn't just cameoing, but sharing screen time that reframes key relationships within the team. The big questions. Will Wolverine reappear alongside Deadpool? Could we see a hybrid of X-Men energy entering Doomsday as a lead-in to Secret Wars? We'll break down plausible pathways that fit both the in-universe logic and the actors' schedules. The potential cast dynamics in Part 2. If Deadpool is the loud opener, Part 2 could feature a carefully curated mix of veteran faces and fresh blood, designed to refresh dynamics while preserving beloved relationships. Possible companion inclusions. Wolverine, if Hugh Jackman returns or a variant. Other returning X-Men, and a few high-profile Marvel veterans who can ground the story while letting newer heroes find their footing. What to watch for in announcements. Casting cadence. How characters are introduced, solo arcs versus team introductions, and how Marvel might weave cross-franchise threads without overwhelming the Doomsday core. How Deadpool's humor could shape Doomsday's tone. Deadpool's meta-commentary and irreverence provide a tonal barometer. Scenes can be emotionally heavy while letting the audience breathe with a joke at the right moment. The risk and reward. Balancing his R-rated instincts with a PG-13 Avengers epic. We'll explore how writers can preserve his voice while keeping the film accessible to a broad audience, including families watching together. The broader MCU implications, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and beyond. Deadpool's inclusion could act as a catalyst for smoother integration of the X-Men and other corners of the MCU, setting up Secret Wars with a more interconnected multiverse. Leadership arcs and mentorship. How Deadpool might influence the next generation of heroes, the role of veterans, and the potential for cross-team collaborations that feel earned rather than rushed. Timeline, clues, and what to watch next. Plausible reveal windows align with major marketing pushes, social teases, and set visits. We'll outline what indicators fans should track. Casting lists, set photos, and official statements that could confirm Deadpool's role and a second-part cast drop. Red flags and misdirection. What to be skeptical of and what would actually signal a real shift in the Doomsday lineup. Fans are buzzing with questions. How would Deadpool fit into the Avengers' serious mission pace? Could his presence unlock new mentorship dynamics for younger heroes like Nova, Ms. Marvel, or Shang-Chi's crew? Which other familiar faces would he buddy up with? And who might be kept at a distance to preserve Doomsday's core stakes? We'll tease a few plausible pairings and note what each would signal about the future path to Secret Wars. Some theories suggest a grizzled veteran like Captain America returning in a new capacity to guide the team, while others push for a bold, totally fresh lineup that leverages Deadpool's unpredictability to catalyze surprising alliances. Whatever your take, drop your boldest prediction in the comments. No spoilers, just your best imagination. And we'll compare notes in a follow-up video. How this rumor ecosystem fuels hype without spoiling surprises. Rumors exist to energize fandom, not to ruin reveals. We'll break down how to read social teases, set photos, and interview breadcrumbs without mistaking speculation for truth. The goal isn't to chase spoilers, but to map out the most compelling storytelling possibilities. How Deadpool's involvement could unlock new dynamics, tone shifts, and narrative pivots that keep Doomsday feeling fresh through the long lead into Secret Wars. Even if Part 2 features Deadpool prominently, the story doesn't end there. We'll outline a likely arc for the next few installments, how the Doomsday threat escalates, how alliances reform under pressure, and how crossovers with X-Men and Fantastic Four could be seeded to pay off later. The core idea is momentum. Every casting reveal should propel character arcs forward in meaningful ways, not just fill a roster. As we brace for possible official reveals and more teases from Marvel and Ryan Reynolds, the best strategy is stay curious and stay engaged. If Deadpool's return is real, it could redefine the tone, pacing, and stakes of Avengers Doomsday in exciting, unexpected ways. What matters most is how the writers weave humor with heroism, how the cast balances megawatt action with intimate character moments, and how all of this threads toward a satisfying path to Secret Wars. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Share your hottest prediction in the comments, and tell us which other MCU characters you hope to see pop up in Doomsday Part 2. This is Superhero Bowl signing off for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.